What the fuck is up, Six Borough podcast fans? How the fuck is everyone doing out there? Guys, you know the drill. We're going to get through these sponsors real quick because they make this all possible. We love them. They're the fucking best. So, if you guys have any need for a land surveying company, you need to hit up Municipal Land Survey. Reach them for any land surveying problems, projects, anything that you have. Buying a new house, you need to get your property lines reevaluated, tax purposes, things like that. They're the guys to talk to. 631-345-2658. Municipal Land Survey. Cannot recommend them enough. We've had some problems. We've had things dealt with. You know, type of things. You know, you want to put up a fence, something like that. Your neighbor's complaining to you about, oh, you're on my property line. Call them. They get it squared away for you. Fast, efficient, affordable. They're the best. 631-345-2658. If you guys need anything structurally built, designed, whatever you need, AS Engineering Services are the guys to hit up. They are amazing. The projects they do, amazing. Go to their website, asengineeringservices.com. Check out some of the things they've designed. Will blow your mind. Seriously, it's awesome. Not to mention that, the owner has been on the podcast. He's an awesome guy. He's pretty fucking amazing. Seriously, he's awesome. You could reach them at 631-560-0259 or on that website that I just so graciously gave you a second ago, www.asengineeringservices.com. Last but not least, Keto Fresh, a ketogenic meal delivery service. Check out some of their awesome food. You can follow them on Instagram. You can DM them for their menu, pricing. It's keto.fresh.ny. Guys, this episode, we're actually digging into the archives here a little bit. We had a little bit of a scheduling snafu, so to speak. We had a guest bail on us last minute this past week, so we did. It's not necessarily new content. It's original content. It's older content. It's one of our first podcasts that we recorded when we were trying to feel out, get the flow, get the vibe going. But it's good. It's funny. We're all entertaining. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did recording it.
Hello. Welcome to the Sixth Borough Podcast, where we say the things that you think. Let's get weird.
I like the way you say weird. A lot of power behind that. A lot of power.
I really think you need to emphasize that word because some people, I feel like it's thrown around a lot, overused, and some people really don't know the meaning of the word.
Definitely overused. I agree.
Alright, so this is a test run of the Sixth Borough Podcast. This is our brainchild. Dave, D-Rock, what the fuck you want to call me?
We're gonna want you D-Rock.
Who the fuck is Dave? Yeah.
Oh, Eric Ott calls me Dave.
Not publicly.
I thought we were calling him Jamie.
How dare you? Okay, so quick introductions, I guess. We got mine out of the way. I got shitted on right off the bat, so let's keep the ball rolling.
Why wouldn't you?
I'll go next. My name's Eric Ott. I usually shit on D-Rock. I'm here today with Skenga and Yarborough. Want to say hello, guys?
Hey. Hey.
You're going to have to do a little bit better than just hey.
Hey. I'm Skanga. We'll probably refer to me as Lunchbox here and there. Same guy.
Keep in mind, nobody can see how great your hair is.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe we need to. Maybe up the hair a little bit. Just talk it up.
Right? Like, last time we did a test run, I felt I had to brush my teeth.
That's true. Last night we were playing around with it. He's like, I gotta go brush my teeth.
Well, the mic is brand new. I can understand that.
He was staring at the mic like it was a camera.
I look at whoever I'm talking to. I'm not rude, so I'm talking to the...
It does look a little bit like those old school webcams that they first came
I
out
used
with.
to have one of those.
Everyone had one of those when their girl went away to college.
Yep.
It looks like
That's
a,
exactly why
like a
I got
webcam
it.
sex camera to me.
Exactly.
I feel like I should be
That's what
jerking
all
off.
webcams are.
It could
You
look
don't
like
need
a
to have
sex
sex
camera.
camera. All webcams.
It would definitely
are sex
pay a
cameras.
little bit better than doing this. Maybe we
Yes.
should. If this fails, that's going to be our next internet foray.
Big Bear web sex. It's just skanking
With a
up
ju-
and wearing fluffies.
With a jujitsu MMA element. It all takes place on the mat
Yeah. Naked
Yeah, we have
triangles.
wrestling mats outside.
in
We're gonna make it
singlets.
happen.
Yeah.
Furries wrestling with MMA gloves on.
There's definitely a niche for that somewhere on the interwebs. We're going to look for it and find it when we go to break.
Well, apparently,
Jamie,
Jamie, look that up.
If you can think it, it exists on the internet already. Like,
There's already a whole line of MMA-inspired erotica.
that's true. My girlfriend's best friend is the author. She's gonna have to come on this podcast because we got to hear about this. When I first found this out,
What?
Yeah.
all right. So, Dum Dum's best friend. Dum Dum is my girlfriend's nickname, by the way. So
Not even nickname. It's her real name.
Yeah, we changed
at
it.
this point, she gets called by two names basically: her nickname or her Instagram name. Nobody calls her Rodad.
Rodad.
Nobody ever asked me like
Rosie High Butt.
That too.
That too. Her best friend is an author, so I found out from her that she writes, like, I guess Amazon does like these book publishing things. You can publish books online. They're short, but they're like, 40 pages or whatever. But she writes these romance novels based around MMA, and it's like a big genre that's taking off, and it's fucking ridiculous.
Fighters need love too.
No, fighters are the
No,
ones
no,
giving
no.
these women loving. It's like desperate women
Yeah.
who
Oh,
want to
nice.
get gorilla fucked by alpha males.
So
Nice.
the ultimate list of fighter romance.
Look at that. I bet you her.
searching
I
right
bet you
now.
her alias is on here.
they have a top 10 on there?
It's like a top 100 or something.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, look at
It's
this.
serious.
Ever since I heard about this, I've been like working out harder and getting my hair cut more because I know I'm going to meet this girl eventually. And I'd like to be like at
cover
least
model?
I want to be at least a periphery character in one of these
know
one
what?
of these
You know what?
novels.
You,
wants
you
to
could
be-
be the model for the covers. You could be like Fabio
I
was
was
back
going
in
to
the
say,
day.
he needs to be Fabio.
I don't have anywhere near enough hair to be Fabio. I don't have the capability of growing that hair.
It's okay. We'll put you on the cover, and then we'll take Skanga's hair and throw it right on top.
I'm
of it.
into it. I'm into
Done.
it.
That's what Photoshop is for.
That's it.
I'm actually like mildly offended at this point because I've been dating Dum Dum for like a year and a half, and she's like, "Oh, I told Slinky, if she needs advice to talk to you. Not one word, nothing. So I haven't been.
Well,
I haven't-
maybe she's just been crushing it, and she doesn't need advice.
Yeah.
maybe I could I just thought maybe I'd be a character. I don't know. Like I said, I'm mildly offended.
Are you doubting your skills now? Is that what it is?
I'm doubting my looks.
I think he's thinking too highly of himself again.
Someone's got to
Big
do
fucking
it.
ego.
Someone's got to do it.
You're just a piece of shit.
Speaking of pieces of shits, that's Chris Yarbrough because he didn't introduce himself.
We got off topic.
It's
Or we
all
got
you.
onto
It's all
other
you.
topics.
It's your time to shine, buddy.
Yeah. Be that 7-foot piece of shit that you are.
Fuck, man. That's rough. Why you gotta be so hurtful? I was just playing games, having fun.
Because I'm fucking up against the ropes right now, taking haymakers.
Expensive. It's expensive.
It is. It's a 3-on-1 right now.
Yeah.
First podcast, I'm taking a beat.
This might be setting the precedent for the future, Dave.
Yeah.
You got to stick up for yourself now, or it's just going to be a beatdown for all of eternity.
We're
This,
toughening you up for your fight.
I might be the guy behind the scenes after this.
Yeah.
Jamie, look this up.
Just remember who built the website, you bitches.
Squarespace. It's a template.
You don't even know how to use Squarespace.
I haven't used a computer in 10 years.
Basically put my logo up and wrote a couple of
And
words.
you're one of the guys in the room with a degree.
Damn straight. And I had a minor in computer applications.
Yeah, and
Oh
you
my
can't
God.
fucking build a website with a template.
Drag and drop.
No, I'm saying I could. That's how easy it is. And I haven't used a computer in 10 years.
Okay, we'll start building it then, motherfucker.
I don't care enough.
Then you don't get
Wow.
to talk.
You're off. Get out of here.
I'm worried about making a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
podcast, not a good website.
You're making it
alright?
worse right now.
Fine,
Digging your own
whatever.
grave.
The
Is
horse
this
is
what
dead,
it
and
feels
you're
like
just
to be
kicking
you?
it.
Yeah.
This is what it feels like to be D-Rock, getting teamed up on.
Alright. So before we started recording, I made a joke that probably only Yarborough got. Skanga, you might have got it too when I talked about I'm really excited for the upcoming David Buskin concert. So this is a joke that started, man. There's this like ridiculous, there's this ridiculous band called Anal Cunt that I had heard of a long time ago.
Where are they from?
I have no idea.
Oh, irrelevant?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They have I don't. Me and my buddy Sam, you know Sam, Crazy Sam, Slinky Sam.
Sounds like a band he'd
That's
be
just
into.
crazy.
I put him onto this, and this turned into this is like a 4-year running joke. And this started actually back when me and Chris worked at fucking Sprint. I don't remember how I got onto this, but I discovered their lyrics page, and I just started reading.
Oh, they're that popular that they needed to have a lyrics page?
Well, it doesn't even use your shitty band, you have a lyrics page.
I mean, they've been putting out music since '94.
Yeah, their first.
Oh, so they're veterans.
Yeah,
Since before the internet.
they're like old
Next
school, like 90s metal guys. Like you can't understand a word they say in their music. They have like long black hair, and they're just.
Just yelling.
But read some of their song titles. Phyllis is an old annoying cunt. Harvey Korman is gay. Janine Jism is a freak. Everyone in Anal Cunt is dumb. I just saw the gayest guy on earth. Like
These guys sound like they're real masterful.
they're awesome. They're
Wordsmiths. We like
fan full of
wordsmiths.
retards. Jack Kevorkian is cool. Value Jet. You've got no friends. You got date raped. You're a cop. You've got cancer. Hungry hippos. And like, if you click on any of this shit,
Pottery is gay.
it's all gay.
Pottery is gay.
I could agree with that. I could really agree with that.
You live in a houseboat.
I could get
That's
into
awesome.
that. I could get
would
into
love to live in a
that.
houseboat.
No, you don't, because then you'd be Gary.
Yeah. Gary lives on land most of the year. He just has a houseboat for the summer. Doesn't.
Yeah, he has a swinger houseboat.
Oh, so this one
This
shitty
sounds-
guy
this
owns
guy
a
sounds
houseboat.
better already. Lives on a houseboat. He's a swinger.
Yeah. He
he's
lives.
the
He
worst.
lives on a houseboat, so that ruins houseboats forever for,
Yeah,
for
pretty
everyone.
Yeah.
He's married to Skeletor also.
Did
so-
you not see the replacements? Keanu Reeves lived in a houseboat, and he fucking ruled.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
One
Who's the
bad
chick that he
one bad
banged
apple
with?
spoils the bunch.
She's so
too.
hot. Yeah, right. The cheerleader chick.
Yeah.
I like chicks that can pull off that shorter hair.
Yeah.
I'm into short hair.
I don't even
Yeah.
know what
Plus, if you get your girl to cut her hair short, like if you're drunk a little bit, you're like banging her for a bunch. She's somebody's different for at least like the first week. It's huge. It's huge.
That's why I always love when a girl dyes her hair, because you're fucking someone totally different for a little while.
Yep. You get at least a week out of it.
Yeah.
If you're like drunk, it could be a month out, and you could be like, "Who's this?" Oh, yeah.
I have
It's like doing a stranger.
It is.
formula. I believe that women who constantly change their hair color all the time are the biggest freaks. I have not met one girl who changes her hair color constantly who had a gag reflex and didn't love to suck cock.
Man, if I wasn't married, I'd be like implementing this theory going forward from this point on.
I have not seen.
That might
evidence
be
to
the way to
contrary.
keep your marriage together and just keep it spiced up. Listen, you know what? Just put some once a month
Hair
hair
dye.
dye hair.
Just pour it into the shampoo.
It's like getting the stranger. Since I've been getting that since I cut my finger off 2 weeks ago. Yesterday,
Oh, man, that's got to be rough.
last night was the first night it actually like I got used to it and it was good. The rest of the times it was just horrible.
It's just weird.
So,
Like,
it was-
touching me.
Why are you doing this? I could do it better.
I need an adult.
We got real off subject before,
Well.
but I wanted to circle back this before I forget.
Back to anal cunt.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about the upcoming David Buskin concert. Is a song title of theirs. David Buskin was like the musical composer on Law and Order.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. And Sam's really into Law and Order because it's mostly sex crimes. So that's become
I feel like he could have probably been
That's
on
for
an
you.
episode.
Special victim, right?
So-
That's the sex crimes division.
one of the names of the songs is "I got an office job for the sole purpose of sexually harassing women."
I had to take a lot of courses about that when I worked in finance.
Yeah.
How not to do that by accident.
So, just to circle back to the girl
Read the
with
lyrics.
replacements too, because you weren't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves
Well,
lived
she
on a
had-
houseboat and had sex with her.
Right now we're looking at Brooke Langton, who's pretty good looking. I'm real into it right now.
I would.
I could go that way.
Done worse.
Let's get the picture with the short hair because.
Oh, there's a short-haired version?
Yeah.
Well, in
You
the
should've just
replacement, she
started
had
with
short
that.
hair.
Well, let's be honest. Also, the replacements is a fucking movie. People who live on houseboats don't bang girls that look like that.
It's true.
You don't know that.
I do know that. My sample size so far is Gary. Look at his troll in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, he's one guy who lives on a houseboat. I'm sure.
Name somebody else who lives on a
I
houseboat.
don't know anyone else who lives on a houseboat.
I'm gonna tell you why. There's a reason why.
Because they don't get laid except
Exactly.
by trolls.
Yeah. If
I'm
houseboats
moving
are
out.
more popular,
Give me a houseboat.
yeah.
Is Gary on Facebook? I want to see what this Gary looks like.
Oh my god! Look at this. Son of a bitch.
Gary is essentially the real life version.
Well, Gary has a flip phone, basically. Is that what you're telling me?
Gary's the real life version of Quagmire.
Gotcha.
He's like mid-50s, creepy as fuck. God
Ew,
damn.
yuck, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It's
So
terrible.
they showed me a picture
Yeah.
of.
Houseboat. Count it.
I'm all about that. She
The
looks like a
replacements
cheerleader.
in her cheerleading uniform.
I like cheerleading uniforms. My wife was a
Fantastic.
cheerleader.
Yeah. So let's be honest. People who live on houseboats don't fuck girls that look like this.
It's a true
You
story.
don't know that.
I'm
You
100%
know one
positive.
guy who's lived in a houseboat.
I'm 1,000% positive. Anybody in New York that lives on a houseboat doesn't fuck girls like that. Maybe in California, where they're like a little bit more like loose and hippy dippy. Like you could
Maybe
be
where it's warm out all year round
Yeah, you
and
could
it's
be
not
a-
it's not horribly terribly cold.
Yeah.
It's like living in like getting Arctic blasted every time you open the fucking door of your boat.
where you could be more
Every
of a
time
vagabond.
every time you unzip the canvas.
Yeah.
When you have to unzip your front door, not a good sign.
We got a problem.
I'm getting a houseboat. Fuck you guys.
Okay.
I'll throw in. I'm in on it. I'm in on this voyage.
This is going to be the
Houseboat
creepiest houseboat
swingers.
of all time.
I'm into this already.
Awesome.
You know what?
I
You
just
know
want
how-
to wake up every morning to that image of you with your pinky out and your glass of scotch
Yeah.
in all of your glory, sipping it like a real true gentleman.
You know how that you have to like name boats?
Oh, I know all about naming boats.
So you guys should name it some kind of felony. Because that's going to be a criminal boat.
Just call it sex crimes.
we'll call it Rohypnol.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Man, I really want this boat now.
And a windowless van.
Yeah.
Free GHB shots instead of free candy on the side.
Hey, does this boat smell like chlorine? Jesus.
Oh yeah, you had a sorry, no, don't never mind the rug burns. You slipped last night.
Absolutely. I slipped and fell inside of her. It happens.
Yeah, I don't know, Skanga. I don't feel like you do well in a houseboat.
I don't do well on land.
That's true. Yeah, you can walk on land.
Yeah.
You're no Jesus. You're not gonna do any better on water.
Actually, I'm very good at. I float very well. Like I can lay on my back and just float. Like head above water, just breathing, hanging out. I don't need to tread water. I'm buoyant as shit.
I was gonna say you
What
look
do you
very
need a
buoyant.
houseboat?
Well, I don't want. I'll get all prudy if I just live in the water.
I feel like you would look awesome with like those kids' swimmies on though.
Well, you think they're gonna fit these arms? You think those swimmies are gonna fit these arms?
I bet they make adult swimmies. Jamie, look it up.
I'm not gonna dignify that with a response.
I'm scared of what you get if you Google adult swimmies.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Well, let's consult the Google box.
Adult swimmies. Do they exist?
Eric is using the Android version of Siri.
Just okay, Google. It's
So-
better than Siri. Let's be honest.
Hey, we got Jamie Squared over here competing over which platform they want to use. So you guys knock yourselves out being
I
technical.
can't
guys.
find adult swimmies. I can't find adult swimmies.
You know, it's going to come up Adult Swim on Comedy Central.
That is the first thing that is the first thing that came up.
Nailed it.
You ever watch any of that?
Of course.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
I can only watch when I'm real high. I have to be like real high, not like a little high, like so high that I don't even know
But you're
where I
flying?
am. I'm okay with everything else. The whole world could be coming down around me, helter skelter, zombie apocalypse. But I'm just like cool with
High
adults.
as
That's how
grass,
high
pussy.
I have to be to watch Adult Swim.
I
Especially
like
that
the
fry
movies.
guy, that talking French fry guy
Yeah,
that
that
comes
shit's
on.
real fucking.
I gotta be real high to
Was
watch
that
it.
The
Oxygen
Oxygen
Food.
Hunger Force, yeah.
I used to love watching that when I was really high, but my problem was I'd be so high and I'd be watching it, I'd be concentrating so hard, and then after like 30 seconds, I'd realize I wasn't breathing. Like, I wasn't thinking about breathing. I'd be like that would seriously, that would happen whenever I was, like, wrecked.
That's real intense. That's the most intense level of focus you could ever achieve as a human being.
Yeah, like, you breathe no matter, like, automatically. Like, I don't have to think about it all the time. But when I would get high, I'd be like...
If it was possible to focus that intently during our work hours, we would all be millionaires. We'd be brilliant.
Yeah, we'd be dead from not breathing.
we would.
Pretty sure you can't go 8 hours without breathing.
Man, I miss weed.
You'd be terrible at yoga.
You'd fall over. All the women would be trying to resuscitate you.
It'd be awesome. That's how I'd make out all week.
You should just do aquatic
Storm
yoga.
all the time.
Aquatic yoga.
Stretch while you're floating.
My grandma does that stuff at her retirement community. They have those
the
dumbbells,
the foam
those
dumbbells,
and they work out in the pool.
How good at shuffleboard is your grandma?
Probably not very good. She's pretty old. Probably 15 years ago she was
hustling.
Yes,
she was hustling the court.
Shuffleboard queen in New York.
Yeah,
Six-borough shuffleboard
That
champion.
place is pretty sweet. Like, they had mini golf. We used to always play there. Like, a pool and hot tub and stuff. And retirement community is the way to go.
Do you think that they go in pool guys, pool hustlers? They go to other retirement communities and they're play a couple of games of shuffleboard. Oh, look, we're gonna have a tournament, and they play a couple and they throw a couple games, and they're like, 100 on the next game.
Yeah. If there isn't, there's going to be when we get that age.
That is
What was
100%.
that movie? Was The Hustler, right? Where he's the pool shark? Is that the Paul Newman?
Paul Newman, yeah.
Was it The Hustler?
Yeah.
Let's remake it with Johnny Knoxville as the bad grandpa.
Shuffleboard champion.
He's this old guy going around hustling the old people at shuffleboard.
Let's
shit.
write a rough script, and I'll start talking to my friends. We'll finance this thing.
What do we call it?
Didn't when he played
The pusher,
retarded
because
kids,
it's you got to push with.
he wasn't that Johnny Knoxville that did that?
Oh,
was a
Party
movie.
Boy?
Oh, The Ringer.
The Ringer,
The
right?
Ringer, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
With Nick Swartzen, right? Wasn't that Swartzen?
I don't think Switch was in it.
They pretended to be retards so
Yeah.
they could compete in the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
That's not very PC, Derek.
We're not PC here, this is gray area type stuff.
I forgot.
You know what? I look back on these words like retarded. The old word for retarded was dumb.
Yeah.
And there's different classifications, like an idiot and a moron were different IQ specifications 100 years ago. And then those words sort of fell out of popularity with the in crowd, the intellectuals, so they had to come up with the new word, retarded, because idiot and moron were used in common sentences all the time. They're like, we can't refer to these special people with these terms. Yeah. So I'm thinking 40 years from now, mentally handicapped is going to be the same as calling someone a moron.
Absolutely.
So our kids or grandkids are going to be like, you're mentally handicapped, and people are like, oh, that's inappropriate.
Can't say that.
You have a mental disability. Oh, he called me mentally disabled, and everyone's going to be really upset.
I just beat that part, and then it just got the electric gun.
This is awesome.
Now I have it.
So that was a cameo by a 5-year-old who's as tall as a 9-year-old.
That's your bro's man-child.
That's right. Put him right in the NBA. Make that money. It's my retirement plan right there.
You better.
We're going to keep you safe. Nobody better fuck with you. We're keeping you safe.
Just remember who else you put up that hoop.
Here's the issue with that. Even if he's not a professional athlete, that kid is going to have women sliding off their seats when he gets older. Because
dark skin, light blue eyes.
Tall, dark, and handsome with blue eyes. Are you kidding me? And if he's got a nasty jump shot, you're going to have 47 grandchildren.
Yeah.
You better teach him
I'm actually buying stock in Planned Parenthood right now.
Yeah, he'll be the next Will Chamberlain.
Yeah. Oh, you might look, what the hell was that guy's name on the Clippers?
Blake Griffin?
Blake Griffin. You might be similar in size to him. He's got the curly hair. You might look a lot like him.
We were talking sexual appetites, not basketball.
Well, I'm sure that guy crushes it as well.
Oh, I'm sure he
but
does.
Will Chamberlain's a legendary.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What is his number? 10,000?
Well,
So
I'm sure
allegedly,
that's exaggerated.
It
I
might
don't
not.
know.
It might not
I
be
don't
that.
know.
10,000?
I don't
How do you
really
have
know.
time to have sex with 10,000
I don't
women?
really know. I saw like an interview with Metallica once where they would say like every night they would go back to their hotel and there would just be like 5 groupies there.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, when you're in your 20s, what do you do? All 5.
Yeah.
That's what you do. And if you're doing that,
smashing out 2 or 3 in a night,
yeah.
it's not. It's
So,
not that
all right,
hard.
so conservatively, I want to do the math on this. So, if you get into the NBA at 20 years old, right, that's 10 years in your 20s of serious fucking.
Yeah.
2 a night, 365 times 2.
Well,
Yeah.
let's not. It probably wouldn't be.
There's going to be a break. There's going to be a break here or there. We'll say,
But
let's
I'm
just
sure-
say 4 a week. 4 or 5 a week.
But on
Yeah,
average,
so
you
let's
might
say
be crushing.
250 a year, right?
I don't know. Will Chamberlain could crush that number. I
Yeah,
think even in his
I'm
40s he would
thinking,
crush that
yeah,
number.
I think he probably would have ran through that.
So, what's the number we're going?
I want to say 3 a week.
3 a week?
That's only 156.
Yeah.
I thought they were doing like 5 a night, you were just saying, with Metallica.
Well, no,
Well,
let's
I'm
say it on
saying-
average. We're averaging it out.
On
Averaging it out.
average, I think you're going to be looking
3 a week is
higher than that because there are going to be some nights, like you just said.
3 a week
Well,
is like
smashing
1,000 a
5.
year for 10 years.
Well,
let's do the math on it.
Let's do the math. If the number's 10,000,
3 a week.
how, say he did 10,000 over a 20-year span. Find out how much that is.
Okay, so
Yeah,
52
yeah.
weeks a year, right?
That
so
would be 500.
52
500 a year?
times 3
Yeah, that would be 500
Times
a
10.
year.
is 156,
Yeah.
right? That's 1 year. It's 156 women in a year.
That's 3 a week.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was more than that.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying, we're going 3 weeks, so you do 52 times 3.
Yeah, when I worked at nightclubs, there were like some D-list, like the guy who won the Tila Tequila show showed up, and that guy had them lined up for him. And that guy wasn't even like a Z-list star.
Yeah.
Like they literally like lined up. That's when I realized I had to get onto like reality TV or somehow become famous.
I remember this. We had just got done training. We're sitting at Vamos. Somehow this like conversation came up. Like, I need to get on TV so I can more adequately defile women.
It's 100% true. It's 100% true. So this loser is from like upstate New York. He's a club promoter, wins this show, and he shows up at a club one night, and literally like 15 to 20 girls like followed him around all night, and then he just like picked one at the end of the night and banged her in the liquor closet at the club that I was working at, and we all watched because the liquor closet's on TV to make sure no one's stealing. But still, just to be like a Z-list celebrity, to have that kind of drawing power of the pussy, that's like amazing. So I mean, to be a Will Chamberlain, to be somebody who's actually on television and makes millions and millions of dollars, I mean, I can't imagine the type of pull they might have.
I'm gonna have to agree with you.
It might just be like a pussy magnet.
Yeah.
Even just working at the beach, like just being a guy with a yellow shirt on, it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
But imagine the numbers Magic Johnson would have done if AIDS didn't happen.
Yeah. And how
He
many
would have crushed Will Chamberlain.
women do you have to bang to get AIDS as a heterosexual male?
A lot.
A lot.
Because
You
you
have
know,
to bang one with AIDS.
no, this
Yeah,
this
but-
there's still like a ridiculous rate. It's like a 99% chance you're not gonna get it, even if you
Really?
bang a woman with AIDS. Yeah, as a straight male.
Very
Like you need to have like a open sore or something like.
And it has to somehow that
So-
open source has to somehow
so he
swim
banged
down
the
your
chick with
urethra.
herpes, and then he banged the chick with AIDS.
No, let me tell you my theory on this. When you're doing professional athlete level shit, where you're fucking hordes of willing whores all the time, you probably get bored after a while. After like banging, you bang a couple tens, then you start banging 2 tens together all the time, and they're all freaky doing crazy shit. You probably get bored after a while.
Yeah.
So Magic must have started dipping off into either dudes.
I'm not putting that on Magic.
I'm not.
This ain't Charlie Sheen.
hold on.
This ain't Charlie Sheen.
Why is it not Charlie Sheen?
Because Charlie Sheen, who's smoking the rock. When you smoke the rock, you might do some weird shit.
Touche. Okay, so even so, he must.
Magic Johnson was an athlete.
Magic Johnson got bored with something and started getting some real questionable bitches. I'm assuming,
Yeah, I'm sure.
right? Because
sure.
how else does it happen? I mean, you got to figure. Like what's the old saying? For every smoking hot girl out there, there's some dudes dying to bang.
I think he was just
Absolutely.
that. I think he was just that 0.01%. I mean, he just had that kind of numbers. I mean, he was
It's
playing.
possible.
He was playing the numbers game, and he was the. We're all playing the numbers game as well, but we're like, all right. Well, there's like a 0.5% chance, and we've got 100. So we're like sort of on that line. These guys are banging 1,000 chicks.
Yeah, I remember
1,000
watching.
chicks. They're already if they don't have AIDS, they've already beat statistical odds.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I remember watching like documentaries on it, and they would show up to a town for an away game or whatever, and they'd be checking into the hotel, and Magic would already have phone numbers, women like leaving messages for him just because they heard he's going to be here, they're going to be in town.
Okay. So what's the number we're going with, right? Because we're still.
So
trying to
if you
get
say over 20 years he did 10,000,
I-
or is it the length of his career, or the length of his
no,
life?
I just want a number to go with weekly, so we can try to work this out. You got to figure. We got to come up with an average number of what they must have been doing weekly to hit that 10,000.
Well, we got to start at 10,000 over how long? If we
The
go
length of your
10,000,
professional career, I'd say.
we'll
So
say
what,
we'll say
15 years.
15 years.
All right, so we
So
got
then what's that?
10,000.
Probably about 700
Well,
a year.
no, actually, you
And
know
then-
what? You got to factor in college because they were superstars. in
Yeah, so we'll
college,
go
too.
20 years. 10,000 over 20 years, that's 500 a
500 a
year.
year.
So then that's close to 10 a week. That's a little less than 10 a week.
So 52 times 10,
You
520.
gotta think, the dude was on the road a lot. Different cities.
Well, that's what we're getting. We're just trying to come up with a number, right? So we're taking in.
So that'd
the
be 10 a
college
week.
careers.
10 a week over 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, so 10 a week over 1 year is 520 a year.
That's a lot of fucking.
Dude was
So-
a stud athlete before, before that too. So I'm sure he was smashing a lot in high school.
Not 10 a week.
college.
Nobody's getting 10 a week in high
Well,
school.
No, not in
that
high
adds
school.
out.
And college, you can't get that in college just because you run out of girls on campus.
No, you don't.
No, you
There's new
don't.
ones coming in every year.
Yeah. Every year. New
10 a
person
week,
coming
just
in.
Yeah, but
logistically,
college
time
girls-
wise.
Like, if they hear you banging everyone, they're like, oh, that guy's doing
That
everyone.
doesn't
blah, blah,
stop. That
What?
doesn't
Get the
stop girls.
fuck out of here.
blah. Dude, I'm
you
telling
talking
you.
about?
that
How
happens.
many-
Wait, hold on. In
Hold
timeout, this
That
was the
happens.
70s too, so shit was a lot
Yeah,
different.
women were
control
burning
just
their
came
bras.
out.
Women got power in the 70s.
Birth
They got the
control
right
just
to
hit.
vote.
And birth control just came out. Once birth control hit, forget it. They were able to fuck them crazy. But
Yeah, that was when I stopped holding doors for women in the 70s.
you weren't allowed in the 70s. But
That's when my dad had to stop holding doors.
all right, but what you were saying before about girls here that you're banging a bunch of girls that they've stopped banging you, that's horseshit. Look at our bartender friend Slinky. Okay,
Eh.
everybody knows that he's
There's some girls, though, that won't
son,
mess with him.
but he's a dick slinger extraordinaire, 6-shooter, gun on the hip, Wyatt Earp, fucking shooting him dead, dick slinger.
Yeah.
And that is not, and everybody knows, for fuck's sake, man, there's 2 girls I know that know for sure he's fucking everything that moves, that every time they come there, they will be in that stool all day until night, till he gets off,
Yeah.
expressly just to go downstairs and fuck him. And they've done this for a couple of years, and you know the one chick I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking
Toucan Sam,
about.
Yeah. Loves it.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Toucan Sam.
she got a big beak.
Yeah.
She's not ugly, though. But,
She's not ugly. I'm just saying,
So,
that kind of shoots your theory to shit a little bit there.
on Wednesday, I was at the union meeting, and he's been working with this guy, Jimmy, that like I've worked with, my brother's worked with, and my brother was on the job with Kevin and Jimmy as well, Slinky. Anyway, this isn't even a bad story. Anyway, so he's like, my brother saw them on the job. He's like, "Yo, ask him about his girlfriend because of how hot his girlfriend is." And Jimmy's like, "Oh yeah, you know," and Slinky won't show him a picture of his girlfriend because he feels like he's going to talk about him. So on Wednesday, I show him a picture of what she looks like, and he's like, "Oh man, she's hot." Like someone's looking over his shoulder, and it's like, "Wow, she is hot." And he goes, "Well, he's really hot too." He's a hot piece of ass.
He's a good looking guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And well, that just proves my point, though. Girls don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't.
Especially if you're good at laying pipe, they hear.
They don't care at our age. Get like an 18, 19-year-old. That was my argument. College girls.
They don't care.
They'll be a little standoffish.
No, they won't.
They'll be
just
like,
got-
they'll
they
be
just-
like, I'm gonna make them work for it, and then
No, they're
No, get
You're
out
a
of here.
star athlete, and you're some girl who lived in rural Tennessee her whole life and is now at some big Division I school with fucking Mandingo Dick Slinger, they're fucking that guy. They're not making him work for shit. He doesn't have to work.
That's their way out. That's their ticket out.
And you don't have to work. It's like, I'm going to work for you. I got 40 other girls that look just like you, that are just as hot, who aren't going to make me work. Later, they're not going to.
I've never been a pro athlete, so I wouldn't know. I've been an Adonis, but I was only 14 at the time.
The young Mike Skango.
Well, how many girls let you touch their boobs?
Like all of them.
There you go.
All of them.
And they all talk.
How many doubles did you hit?
Double D's.
Yeah. Man, be 14 again.
What was it like peaking at 14?
It was awesome when you're 14.
Is that Longwood Junior High?
Longwood Junior High, yeah. Longwood Junior High going right into the high school.
How does it feel now? You're kicking 30's door down, and you're this version. You're Mike Skanga 3.0.
I'm way cooler now. Like, I was kind of a tool back then, but I look good. Now I look pretty good, and I'm way cooler.
To quote you, you are pretty awesome at being fat.
Yeah. I told you last night you should become Fat Dave again because you sucked at it the first time, but you didn't have someone to work with you. Like, if you got fat, you could be fat with me. I could show you the ropes. And, like, we could be awesome at
your
it.
fatness.
Yeah.
What he's saying is you'll still get laid, Dave.
Yeah.
And you can eat whatever you want all the time.
It's awesome.
If that was, like, a guarantee, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
It's not. Remember how little you got laid then?
Yeah, I didn't get laid at all.
I think it might have been the haircut.
No, it wasn't that.
No.
Because there were a couple of different haircuts through the periods.
Yeah, I had the same haircut too at this point, like the way with my hair now short. I had it back then when I was fat too. It just made my face look that much fatter.
I still think we should try it. You know, put on, 70 pounds? Grow out your hair.
I don't know how Dave's hair will look. It's too gray now. He'll have like a long gray mane.
Okay, I'm not into that. That's why I keep it short.
You definitely have to dye it.
I'm too lazy for that. But this is
You
why I was
used to
fat,
dye
'cause I was
using-
lazy.
I was going to say, when you dye it, then when you're jerking off, it's like you're jerking somebody else off.
Yeah, yeah. You could use the dye we're
Full
going to
circle.
plant on Eric's wife to change her hair color every month.
No, I like getting laid. I don't want to be fat again.
Don't do it. Don't go back.
It's no
That's
fun.
pretty awesome. I love it. Big fan of
It takes a certain person to be fat.
Yeah.
Not everyone can do it.
Yeah. You know, I got a killer personality. So, that's what makes it work.
See, I have ugly duckling syndrome though, because I was fat, so I was forced to develop a personality.
Really? Where is it?
Yeah, I walked right into. I know, I gave you that.
She
joke.
was so funny, too, back in the day.
Were
Don't
you?
start with me. Don't start with me.
You used to
can
be
blame-
funny?
You blame that shit on Butch's goofy ass. So, all right, you probably never heard the story. When I first met Yarborough, I met him through Butch. So Butch apparently, and I didn't know this, so I had no idea this was how it started. Butch was telling Yarborough like, "Oh, you got to meet my buddy D-Rock. He's so fucking funny. He's the funniest guy in the world. Isn't that?" And like,
Talked him up so fucking much. I'm like, this dude better be fucking Eddie Murphy wrapped in fucking Pryor, fucking with just fucking killing me every second of the day.
okay. In retrospect, though, in hindsight, if you look back at it now, you have to. No offense, Butch, but Butch doesn't have the highest standards for comedy. So
True
you don't
story.
have to be the funniest guy in the world to be really funny to Butch.
True story. True story.
So when I met Yarborough, everything I'd say, he'd be like, "You're not fucking funny. Shut the fuck up." He'd just shit on me constantly.
I would tell him like 4 reasons why I wasn't funny.
I'd be like, and like, not that I was even trying. Like I wasn't going out of my way to try to be funny, but if I said a joke and other people laugh, he'd be like, "It's not fucking funny," and like he would just be a dick. And I was like
Hey, look,
16.
Jimmy Kimmel's on.
So I was 16. I was short. I was fat, and like low on self confidence. And I'm like, what is this guy's fucking problem, man? Like, and this went on for like months. Till finally, I was just like, I've had enough of this shit. Like, I'm not hanging out with this guy anymore. And Butch's like, nah, it's fine. He likes you. I'm like, he doesn't like me. I'm like, honestly, he says something else. Like, I know he's gonna kill me. I was like, but we're gonna have to fight. And Butch's like, you can't fight, yo, bro. I was like, dude, I gotta do something. And he's like, you're not fighting, yo, bro. So I remember one time he said something. I was like, dude, what the fuck is your problem? I was like, do we have to like fucking settle this? And he was like, you want to fight me, you idiot? And I was like, well, something's gotta happen. Like, I can't stay around here. And I don't remember how it shook out, but he was just basically telling me like he'll slap me around and shit. And I was like, well, fuck you, man. And I went home and ate a bag of Doritos or something.
And you felt better.
No, I didn't. So one night we had a female friend, Slinky, who was
She was the slinkiest of them all.
she was real.
Real slinky.
She'd go down any flight of stairs. You know what I mean? So we're sitting in an Applebee's, and she's talking about her blowjob technique, like blowing dudes. And she's like, yeah, you always got to fucking cup the balls. And I don't remember...
It basically came up with, like, not every girl does that. She's like, yeah, no, they all do. Everyone. We're like, no, I've had plenty of blowjobs. They don't all do that.
Not if you say no hands, bitch.
The gray area.
Oh, the gray area.
Apparently the gray area is the no hands area. But, so, she, like, couldn't believe that there was girls out there that don't take care of the balls, basically. And I was like, well, you know what, Katie? Not everybody comes fully equipped with fucking porn star protocol, you know? And he lost his mind.
We became friends.
We never
So how long did you know Dave Yarborough before he became funny? Was it like 3 months, 4 months, a year?
It was like 6.
It was probably, yeah, it was like 4 to 6 months, somewhere in that range.
So it
I
took
mean, like, because we all had the same group of friends, but
We
I
hung
didn't
out
meet you. Yeah,
all the
I
time.
didn't meet you until a while into it.
Right.
Like, I knew your sister, like, and
But after we initially
after
met,
we
we
initially
hung
met,
out
yeah,
all the fucking time.
yeah.
So it was like 6 months of us hanging out pretty regularly, with like just him hating me for no goddamn
That
reason.
sounds about right. I mean, you probably you say you're mildly funny most of the time, but never would I ever like refer to Dave as like hilarious.
You're so fucking straight faced. You're mildly funny.
No, like
You're
you
not
have a very
hilarious.
comfortable level of funniness. Yeah, Dave's humorous, but I wouldn't if we were describing Dave and I was like coming up with an accurate description of him. Hilarious wouldn't be in like my top 3 Dave attributes.
You know what?
Yeah.
But I'm hilarious.
Skanga possibly. Dave,
Yes.
no.
I'm hilarious to people that lend themselves to hilarity. Your personality doesn't really lend itself to hilarity.
Yeah, I'm a dry German. What do you want?
Well,
Breathed
exactly.
by engineers.
I want a better audience. I want a better audience. Even the way you said it, like fucking hands folded, like I would say that you're mildly funny. Like, everything about you is very
I
reserved.
think that's
Eric Ott,
Why do you think your picture
James
is-
Del Rocca?
Why do you think your picture is the most serious one on the website? You're in a suit, back behind a bookcase.
Wait,
Everybody else is
wait.
having fun except you.
Mine's very serious.
There are so many pictures that could be your picture, Skanga. There's so many pictures that could be your picture. Because that's the second great picture I've seen. I don't even know if I have a great picture of myself that's that good. And you have 2 that come to mind that I'm like, oh, that's a real phenomenon. Like, you have pictures that I've shown people that don't know you. Because I'm just like, oh, you gotta check this
That's
picture
awesome.
out.
How about that picture that we hung up yesterday in the Swiftway liquor store?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. We went to get liquor, and
That's
we
his
saw the
senior
wall of
picture.
shame, and we asked the guy if we could put up the picture, and he was like, "Go for it."
So these are the people that stole from the store?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What liquor store is that?
Swiftway, right down the
I'm
road.
going to go back. I'm going to put some pictures of people I know live in the area.
But anyway, so I go
It's a
back,
senior picture.
and I have my senior picture up on the fridge. So we come back, and he's like, "You should use that picture." I'm like, "Oh man!" So we went back, and we put it on the wall of shame. And the guy, the guy's laughing about it, and then he goes, "If you keep it up there, you can't come back."
Is it an Indian guy or a white guy?
Asian guy.
Asian guy. Oh, even better. So he had a sense of humor.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, I
Dude.
like this.
When
He
we
was
were
fun. He was fun.
when we were in there the first time, I saw it. I'm like, this is hilarious. I'm like, and I made the joke like, oh, we should put Skanga's picture up. And I started joking around. The guy heard us. He's like, get him.
This sounds real good. There's a 7-Eleven in Melville on Route 112, or it might be Farmingdale, and they actually have a really good surveillance system in their 7-Eleven. They have cameras like all over the place, and if you get caught stealing, they actually blow your picture up into a poster, like a fucking 24 by like 36-inch poster, and the guy has like at least a dozen of these posters up all around the top of the store, like on the upper part of the wall, and they're all of people that he's caught stealing from the store. And I'm like, yo, this is someplace you don't want to steal a pack of gum from because you're up there forever.
Yeah.
And 7-Elevens, they don't go out of business. That 7-Eleven's going to be up there 50. That picture of you is going to be up there 50 years from now. So your kid might come in and be like, That looked like my dad in the early 2000s. Look at him. He's got a Jets jersey on.
Yeah.
He's got an 18-pack of PBR.
Gonna have to move to another town.
If you're stealing PBRs, you need to reevaluate your fucking life.
You know hipsters. You're one of them. They like that stuff.
Whoa. How fucking dare you?
Dave's got all the characteristics. He wears skinny jeans. He's got a beard. Skinny jeans, a beard, and he's very fashionable. Those are all hipster characteristics.
It's coming from the guy with Nike cowboy boots.
That's a good point. He's got
not
a
gonna
beard because
argue.
he's manly. He's not fashionable because his socks don't match. And what was it, skinny jeans? I can't defend that.
He's not skinny jeans, though.
They're skinnier than mine.
I don't know about
Skinnier
that.
than his.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm fat. I can't wear skinny jeans. It's like an oxymoron.
I'm 6'3". They don't make skinny jeans that long.
No, but, like, they like try to do waist size proportional to pant length, so that's why I have to cuff like all my jeans because my waist size, like
Is the
I
same
should
as your
be 6'5".
We're 40 minutes in.
Yeah, so someone with my waist size should be 6'5".
Yorbo, you shop at the Big and Tall?
No, I'm not fat enough.
You're not fat enough. Where do you get your trousers then?
Anyway,
Trousers.
What length
You
do
call me
wear?
a hipster?
34 lane.
Hipsters use the word
34?
trousers.
Yeah. I don't think
34
they'd
fits
be
you?
longer.
So
Yeah,
you have
34
short
lane.
legs.
No, actually, my legs and my torso are like perfectly proportional.
So they're
Like,
equally
yeah,
long.
Yeah,
Okay,
equally
gotcha.
long. Like I'm not long legged. I'm not long torso. I'm just long in both.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I always think about that. Like my legs are fairly long, and my torso I feel like is like moderate, and my arms I don't know why I'm like only 6'3" though, so I'm like a munchkin compared to you.
It happens. Yeah, no, I was suit shopping like when I was like 18 or 19, and I walked into one of those Big and Tall places, and they were like, "Yeah, you're tall enough, but you're not wide enough." It starts with like triple XL. I'm like, "Yeah, that's not gonna fit me at all."
Yeah, you're gonna have to expand. You're gonna have to go on Skanga's diet if you want to like fill those shoes.
I'd have to put on probably like 100 pounds.
No, you don't have to. I actually have gone to one of those Big and Talls like to find a suit jacket because they didn't have my size at Kohl's. I had to go to like an actual suit place though. The Big and Tall, I'm actually one size smaller than the smallest fat guy size. So I'm
Score.
So you don't
Yeah,
fit.
score.
You're not that big.
I'm not that big.
Not
yet.
that big and
Not that
tall.
big, yeah.
So that means you're not obese.
Yes, I'm fat. I'm not obese.
Okay. That's a good
I want-
distinction to have.
And then I went to Caraco and they had my size. No problem.
When I was bouncing full time, I worked with this big dude. His name was DeWitt, and he played center.
I know DeWitt.
You know DeWitt?
He's fucking gigantic.
Huge.
Fucking gigantic.
He's like the epitome of the biggest, blackest dude that you could ever imagine
Yeah.
in your mind. I think is he 7'2"?
I want to say something like that because he fucking dwarfs me. Like I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Wait,
you are
does
fucking.
that guy
gigantic.
work at Schooners now?
He might. He works at a whole bunch of
He
places
came
all
to the
over.
casino this
Yeah.
year.
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
he is a monster.
He's
that
a
guy.
fucking.
Yeah.
gigantic.
You know?
Yeah, they had their staff party over by us. So all their
you
bouncers
probably-
and all
you
their
probably know.
bartenders and stuff came over.
Was I there?
Maybe,
Maybe,
not.
maybe not.
You'd remember, and if you saw him, you'd remember him. So you didn't see him, Dave.
I have an awful memory. though.
7 foot,
He makes,
seven,
yeah, he makes
seven-
Jerry Ryan look small.
7'2" and big, not thin, big, like a
Fucking-
house.
Yeah.
We're talking like a 7'2", 300 and probably 50-pound
yeah, I
guy.
would say easy 350.
Easy 350.
Easy 350.
But DeWitt's day job is he's the manager of a Big and Tall. I worked with
That's
him.
awesome.
So he and I worked at a whole bunch of different clubs, house music clubs, Spanish clubs. We worked at a whole bunch of hip hop clubs, and one of the big issues when we worked, it's only a problem with the black community, is the dress code. So at all the hip hop clubs, we'd always have these dress code issues. So people would come up, they're wearing sweatpants, they're wearing tracksuits, and we'd have to tell them like, listen, we can't let you in. So usually it was me. I was like the guy that would tell everyone like, "Listen, man, I can't let you in because you're wearing those sweatpants or whatever." So one day I'm working with DeWitt, and I'm still the guy that's telling everyone. I'm like more diplomatic and well spoken. So I'm the one that's convincing
You were?
people that I'm very diplomatic when I work a door. So
You have to be.
I'm telling
Otherwise
this.
you'll get into a 100 fight tonight.
I'm telling this guy, I'm like, listen, man, you can't come in. You got to put dress shoes on. You got to mix it up. So this big dude comes up. This dude had to weigh like 450 pounds. He was like borderline, like I shouldn't let you in because an accident might occur where you might have a heart attack.
The floor might collapse.
Yeah, he was that big. Like you wouldn't want him sitting on any chair or any furniture in your house because it would instantly need to be replaced. So this dude comes up and he's got sweatpants
So you
on,
come over and sit on the floor.
Indian style.
You never get him back up.
Like he would take up that love seat by himself. That's how big this dude was. So he comes up and he's got these black velour pants on and a dress shirt that's tucked into these black velour pants. So this is like clearly against the dress code, but I could tell the brother was trying. Because he had on like a big ass dress shirt on, tucked in to his velour pants, and he had nice dress shoes on.
Oh, Jesus.
So I could tell this guy's trying. I feel bad for him, but I know if I let him in, I'm going to have the owner's going to come outside and be like, Eric, why'd you let that dude in? He's got velour pants on. You know that's not allowed. So I tell him, like, listen, we have a dress code here, and you have to wear either dark jeans or dress pants if you come in. You can't wear velour pants. So the guy starts to, like, answer to me, and he starts to come back, and he's almost, like, whimpering in this real quiet voice. My man, you just don't understand when you're my size how it is. You just can't buy pants. So I never really thought of that. Like, you just can't buy pants if you're that big. And he was like telling me quietly because he was embarrassed because he didn't want everyone else to hear. So I'm like trying to like come up with a plan of what I could do because I don't want to tell this guy he can't come in because he's with a couple of his friends. I don't want to be like, yeah, listen, you can't come in because your man's too fat because that's not cool. No. So I'm like, so I go to DeWitt. I'm like, yo, this guy can't come in because they don't make pants size 75. Because that's how big this guy is. So DeWitt's like, you know what? Listen, I'm gonna make the call. We'll let this guy in tonight. So I'll take the blame if somebody says something. If one of the owners comes out and yells at us, he's like. So DeWitt goes up to him. He's like, my man, this is my card. I'm DeWitt. I manage the big and tall. I'm gonna let you come in tonight, but you gotta come see me this week. I'm gonna hook you up with a good look so that you don't have this problem in the future. So that's my DeWitt story. So DeWitt let this big man into the big and tall and then hooked him up with a good dress code and gave him the discount, manager's discount at the big and tall.
That's probably the first and only time that guy was ever able to hand out his card like that.
Yep.
Why did he even have cards?
He's like, my name's DeWitt and I manage the big and tall. You come down this week, I'm going to hook you up.
That should be a commercial on TV.
I'll be the big guy behind the counter.
Yo, we made that dude's night though, and once in a while after that, I never saw a big man again. But his friends would come up and they'd be like, "Yo, you remember me? You remember me? We had our fat friend, and your boy hooked him up at the big and tall."
That's not a story you can make up. Like,
no,
yeah,
so bizarre.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, so we are
49 minutes into this.
Nice. Look at us.
Where did you? Oh yeah, look at that! I didn't even notice that.
Technology.
Yeah, technology.
Jamie.
49
Jamie.
minutes in. Should we wrap this thing up, or do you want to do a solid hour?
I think we're going to wrap this thing up. We're 49:35, so let's wrap this thing up right now.
Before we wrap it up, I feel like we should reference why we keep saying Jamie.
All right, so we all
People
listen.
are not going to understand that unless they listen to.
We probably should reference a couple things actually. So, why we kept calling certain people Slinky.
Yeah, Slinky is going to be the name or one of the names we throw around when we're telling a story about somebody, and we don't want to reveal their name because it might hurt their ability to get laid in the future, or
Issues with policia.
yeah, we don't want to get any lawsuits or have any. We don't want to have to call our friends in the legal department to defend us before we start earning any money from this.
So going forward, every story that needs an alias will be given the same alias, time in and time out. It's most likely going to be Slinky. It's subject to change though, so go fuck